They are doing it the wrong way. That's why people fail. There are things that convert possibilities to reality. That something is possible does not need to happen. Every tree can make you.
Ladies and gentlemen, imagine being able to live the life of your dreams.
You can't rush destiny. You can't rush greatness. You can't overmake greatness. That's why among great food, Indomie is not inside. The simple truth is that everything good takes time. Time is important. Time is the most significant word in the word process. So they say in the process of time came and made them came. In the process of time, meaning they won't be processed if there's no time. Take time to build whatever you are building. Time is
more important than what you're driving. I don't care if you are driving a Rolls Royce. If it's on fire, you will jump out of the car. I don't care if you are living in Banana Island. If it's on fire, you will jump out of the house. That is to tell you that you are more important than those things. Then why would you put your faith? Why would you put your esteem? Why would you put your pride? Why would you put your trust in such things? That's a summary of what we did last week. I know I concluded last week by saying this statement. You are not poor because of where you are coming from. You are poor because nothing is coming from you. And that's very important. So today I'm going to take it a step further so that we can begin to understand what money is all about. You know, the good book says that it is an answer for all things. The good book also states that it is a defense. It is a foolish man that will say money is not good. It's a foolish man that will say money is not important. Truly, money is not everything, but you don't have to say that when everything in your life can be bought with money. You know, so those are the kind of things we're talking about. So we need to understand the context of money. We need to understand the place of money. I also said last week that money is amoral. What does that mean? Money is neither good nor bad. It only takes the character of its possessor. If a bad man is holding money, he will definitely do bad things with money. If a good man is holding money, he will definitely do good things with money. So money is not good. Money is not bad. Money is just a medium of the expressions of the character, values, and virtue of its possessor per time. So money in the hand of Bill Gates is helping cure malaria in Africa. The way money is being used in your life expresses the kind of person you are, because money is a reflector of personalities. Money is a reflector of personalities. So today I want us to consider and talk about this thing called money. Let's understand it. You know, money is a concept. Money is an idea. That's why there's something called crypto today. We are not seeing money. It's just moving around. And it's so valuable, people are trading it. And there's nothing tangible about it, because money generally is an idea, an object that is generally accepted as payment for goods and services and as repayment of debts in a given country or in social economic context. As simple as it must be generally accepted for payment of goods and repayment of debts. It must be generally accepted. And it is always within a context. And that context is what we're talking about. Why? Because Naira is not really useful in US, even though dollar is useful in Nigeria. Do you get the message? So in the context of Nigeria, Naira. In the context of United States, dollar. In China, yen. So that's what money is. And that this money has three major uses. I'm talking socio-economic now. And the first use of money is medium of exchange. Before money came, we were exchanging things. But we were exchanging goods for goods. We call it trade by barter. It is the limitation of trade by barter system that gave way for what we call money today and currency. Why? Because when we were exchanging goods for good, we couldn't find the other uses of money in that system. So measuring the value we're exchanging was a problem. So I have a shirt to trade. You have a tuber of yam. How do we know that the shirt equals a tuber of yam or 4 tubers of yam. That was the barter system. I want to give you a bag of yam for 10 hoes. Is that a good exchange? That was the limitation of the barter system. And then the money came. And the first thing you need to understand, it was to facilitate exchange. And when we say facilitate exchange, it was to make exchange easy and equitable. So when we talk about money as a medium of exchange, we are saying it is accepted for the exchange of goods and services within a geographical location. So wherever you take it to, it is accepted as a means of exchange for a good. So I can take money and they will exchange shirt for me. I can take the same money and they will exchange yam for me. The same money can give you access to anything you want at their price. Number 2, unit of account. Another name for unit of account. Those of you who did economics in secondary school, you remember these things. Unit of account simply means the measure of value. Unit of account simply means that money is a unit of measurement of market value of good. So every good currently is measured in money. So a phone is measured 100,000. Another phone 600,000. All phones are not measured at 100,000. No. Why? Because some phones are more valuable than other phones. All laptops are not the same price because some are better than some. Some are more valuable than some. Ladies and gentlemen, all shirts are not the same. All houses are not the same. Forgive me, all skills are not the same. You can be a web designer collecting 60K to design a website. There's somebody collecting 1 million. Unit of account, measure of value. Meaning what? Money is used to measure the value of things. So when you lack money, you need to understand that something is missing. Number 3, store of value. So money is also any commodity or asset that can retain, retrieve, or exchange value. And that simply means the purchasing power can be retained in a thing. For example, if I use money to buy a house, the money is still in the house. I'm saving the money in the house. By the time I sell the house, I will retrieve my money, sometimes with a profit. I can also exchange the house, not just for money, but for some other things. Having said this, these are the generally accepted uses of money within every socio-economic situations. That's how money is used in America. That's how money is used in Nigeria. That's how money is everywhere. And so the question now is, every one of us wants to earn money. Every one of us wants to have a lot of money. The reason why I'm doing this video is to tell you how money is meant to be coming to you, how you can increase its volume, and how you can increase its frequency. And so it's very, 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 very important. So simple things I want you to put at the back of your mind is, number 1, money is not created by you, but money can be collected by you. So you are not the one that creates money. The government, the nation, will determine what money is in that country. Not you. Not you. So, but your job is to collect your own portion. In the money supply within every economy, it is the same money that is in all economies supposed to supply, is supposed to provide for everyone in that economy. But you see, it is not supposed to be provided for you for free. There is a way to collect your portion in every economy. So when we say money supply, we're talking about the money in the circulation in the country. There is an amount of money in every economy. It's from that amount I'm getting my own. You can imagine how much I have in that economy. You can imagine how much you have. Let's not annoy ourselves. Imagine how much Dangote has in the same economy. Imagine what Dangote makes per day selling sugar. Imagine what Dangote makes per day selling salt. Imagine what Dangote makes selling cement. A friend of mine just did a course today in Port Harcourt. There were about 50 people at 100,000 naira. You know what he did? He made 5 million in one day. He was going to teach for one day. 100,000, 50 people, 5 million value. How did he collect that 5 million? You need to know how it's done. So money is not created by you, but it can be collected by you. So how do you collect money? Number 2, money is collected only by the exchange, by exchange. You see, the money in the economy, you need to exchange something to get your share. The good book says that even the kings are served by the earth. Even the king. Meaning what? The money supply in this country is what is servicing even the president of the nation. So money is collected by exchange. That's number 2. Money is collected by exchange. Meaning what? No trade, no money. No trade, no money. In the good book, there's a story I like. A man gave his talents to servants. And the first one, they said the servant traded and he gained more. He traded and he gained. Simply means the more you want to gain is tied to how you are willing to trade what you have now. You have to trade. So if you are not doing any kind of trade, don't expect money. Only thieves want money without trading something. That's why they collect it by force, using a gun. Even to defraud somebody is not easy. You have to fake a trade to defraud people now. True or false? You have to fake a trade. You have to fake a business. You have to fake a platform to defraud people. You can't just defraud people like that. You have to offer them something. Meaning what? Money never exchange hands except by trade. Except by trade. Except by trade. Number 3, money comes by the exchange of value. Not just by any exchange, but the exchange of value. Remember, money is either a means of exchange or a medium of value. So if money is a unit of account, meaning it stores value, or is a means of medium of exchange, or it exchange for value. So we're talking about how do you collect money? It is by the exchange of value. Meaning what? You must be willing to trade value to get money. It's not everything you trade that attracts money. It's not everything you trade that brings money. Except you are trading value. Let me define value simply for you. Value is anything that you derive a benefit or a solution. Or in simple terms, value is benefits and solution that you derive from consuming a product or from encountering a person. It is the benefit or the solution that you derive from the consumption of a good or service or from an encounter with a person. There are people you have encountered and your life changed. That's value. There are products that you consumed that changed your life. That's value. The book is not the value. It is what did in your life that is value. Money must be collected by exchange and by the exchange of value. Value is the benefits you are bringing. Value is the solutions you are bringing to the table. No value, no money. No value, no money. No trade, no money. Another important thing is that value is created. value is created. Goods and services are created. They are produced. So you need to find a way to create a solution that you are going to bring to the marketplace. It was Jim Rohn who said there are only two important things in the market: skill and value. And skill means know-how to do something, and value means solution to something else. I usually give this example. If you have, for example, skin disease, you won't go and buy ordinary perfume soap. You will actually look for medicated soap. Why? That soap is not like other soap. It has been empowered to address skin issues. There are creams that they advise you to rub on your face if you have pimples. Why? Because that cream, there is something added to it to do the job. That's what I'm saying. It's not the cream. It's the solution that is value. If you are thirsty, you don't eat food, you drink water. If you are hungry, it's not water you need, it is food. If you are sick, it's not food you need, it's healing. Very, very important. So this value is created, and you must create it. You must create it. I created a coaching class, a mentorship class, 3-4 years ago, and I know a lot of my what do they call them? A lot of my students that are doing extremely well in life. Some of them in career, some of them in business, some of them financially, some of them in school. I also have a platform I created many years ago called The Winning Mindset, where a lot of young people today have reason to become leaders in different areas and in different walks of life. That platform was providing specific solutions, inspiring people to pursue a legitimate dream. So we provide you with principle to engage, to alter and transform your life. Alter situations and transform your life. What are you offering? What are you offering? What are you offering? You know, sometimes we take a lot of things for granted, and we just want to be seen. But to be seen as what? Before you take your place, value must be sorted out. Before you choose visibility, value should be in place. A lot of people will say you need to put the lamp in its place so that it can give light to the world. They forgot that they said the lamp, there has to be light in the lamp to put it in its place. Meaning what? The lamp must have capacity to bring light first. 2, the light that the lamp is bringing must be sure. It's not light, it's not on and off. So you have to put on the light, then put it in its place. That's how you let it shine. We're in a generation where all of us want to be seen, even though we have nothing really, even though we are not yet light. Even though we are not yet light. And there are what we call lights. Light is in different forms. There is the light of life. There is the light of knowledge. Many of us lack light in our lives, and we're willing to shine the light of our knowledge. That's also very dangerous. It's a very dangerous thing to do. But that's not my concern tonight. My concern tonight is to tell you that if you have plans to collect money, you must have plan to create value. If you have plan to collect money into your life, you must make a plan to create the value you will exchange for that money. If you are making money and you are not trading value, it's either you are defrauding or you are stealing it. But if anyone has money, he's offering some sum of value in form of a good or a service. I beg you, don't be those people whom are willing to do anything to take away others people's money without offering them any value, apart from lie and deceit and manipulation. Don't be that. Don't be that. You see, you can make money legitimately. You can earn an income in the right way. You don't have to opt for Yahoo. You don't have to create a lie company to steal people's money. You don't have to create a system with only an intention to pull resources and defraud people. And you call yourself rich? No, you are not rich. You are a fraud. You are a fraud. Others may be afraid to tell you what you are, but that's exactly what you are. Why? Because your intention was to pull people's resources for the lifestyle you don't have the wisdom to do. You are crowdfunding. When you know deep in your heart there is no solution or benefit those people are going to get, you just want the money to reach a place, then you take off. You are a thief. You will soon fall off where you are hanging. And we are in a generation where people know you are defrauding them. They are still clapping for you. And so you have become comfortable being a thief. You even have a YouTube channel. If you can't exchange true value for income, find work to do. Because even to have a job, they are employing you to do something. They are not employing you because you're handsome. There's a job for you to do. It's a job for you to do. When you walk into a salon, you want the barber to do something to your hair. You want the stylist to do something to your hair to enhance your beauty. And that thing they are going to do, they trained to do that. You can't do it by yourself. So you go to a salon, you give them their money, and they use that skill and they enhance you. Ladies and gentlemen, can't you see the miracle power of makeup artists in our generation? Can't you see some makeup artists are actually miraculous? Because they are changing strange things into beauty. That's a skill. That's a value. At least a girl that does not have self-esteem, after the makeup, some small esteem will come. That's benefit. That's some value. Petty as that can be. I use a particular barber to cut my hair because after the guy barbed my hair, even me, I like myself. I'll be looking very fine. Some people, when they finish barbing me, I'll be wondering. I cut my hair recently and I got to my wife asked me, what is this? I didn't get angry. I couldn't meet my barber, so I had to go somewhere. I had to return to my barber the next day because he was available now. And in few minutes, he corrected everything. Because there's a way I am already looking. Oh, when you go to a tailor, the idea is for them to give you a dress that will bring you out. I'm not talking about a dress that makes you naked. I'm talking about a dress that brings you out. A dress that makes you honorable and beautiful. Because some of you go out for a sexy dress, and then some boys are saying, woo! And you are saying, why are you sexualizing me? What should they do? What are you looking like? Are you looking more than? There's a way when you dress, the only thing that comes to people's mind is you are wearing a dress, but you're standing like Romeo and Juliet. And you want somebody to look at you and say, my dear, you are intelligent. How will the person see your intelligence? How? So wear clothes properly. The purpose of a cloth is to cover you. That's the purpose of a cloth, is to cover you. If cloth is not covering you, it's either you have no reach. Let me keep quiet. Let me continue talking what I'm talking. Because we are becoming funny set of people in this generation. We're becoming very funny. So when you go to a tailor, it's for them to enhance. When you go to a shop, you buy a shirt, you try it, it fits you, and it makes you look beautiful. When you are trying to buy a wedding dress, they do you fitting severally so that it can be perfect on you. I remember taking my wife to buy a wedding dress. It was in Lagos 16 years ago. I remember vividly. We did the fitting 4 times. And they'll fit it. Oh, sure. I thought, man, I don't do the wedding for the shop already, said before the wedding day. The babe was looking beautiful. That's the purpose. That's value. You know, every value should enhance the esteem and the confidence of a person. These are the things we are talking about. When you pay for a course, it's so that the course can leave you with 1, inspiration, 2, challenge your mindset, and 3, provide you with a tool that can be engaged to enhance your journey. That's why you paid. I did a course and I put let's not say cheap, I just put a price that is affordable. And somebody watched that course. Not 1, not 2, not 3 people. It was a 7,000 naira course. But 3 people watched that course. That is 8,000. And they joined my $1,000 course. Value. The 7,000 challenged them. And they are willing to have a personal relationship for a period with me. And it cost them $1,000. It's not just about talking. It's not just about showing up. Yeah, I know they have told you. It doesn't matter. Just keep showing up. Do you think if you are stupid and you show up, it will change that you are stupid? Do you think if you're a dummy and you keep showing up, your dumminess will turn to wisdom? No. You don't become wise by showing up. You become wise by studying. Not by showing up. Sometimes we encourage you to show up after we know we have labored. But my brother, if you have not put in the work, don't show up. What is show up? Show up, show up, and show up for what? There's another sermon that goes around. It doesn't matter, don't give up. You need to start learning wisdom. You need to know what to give up on. That's a high level of wisdom. To know what not to stick with is wisdom. There are certain things you need to give up on. If you're a thief, give up on stealing. If you are defrauding people, give it up. But if you have a legitimate dream, though you are failing, keep finding the right information. Keep engaging the right principles. You rise. But it's wisdom to know what to give up on. It's wisdom to know it. Don't let anybody deceive you. You can't stick to everything in life. There are jobs you have to give up. There are relationships you have to give up. There are events you have to stop going. There's a mentorship you have to drop because it's robbing you of your self-esteem and it's robbing you of your virtue. It's not mentorship. Sister, you went for a mentorship, it has turned to romance. And he's married. Don't you think it's wisdom to give it up? Don't in your pursuit of value be blind. Let me conclude like this. You know, I usually give this example. My son, Phil, was the first person that said it from the Bible and it caught my attention. He said Jesus was so valuable that they put it like this. He went about doing good. And then they said a specific value he was bringing that was not available in his time. He was healing all that was oppressed of the devil. But don't forget, it was how God anointed him. He was first empowered. He didn't show up until he was empowered. He didn't show up until after 18 years. At the age of 12, he showed up. And his parents spoke to him and he saw wisdom and he went back. And he built momentum. And when he came back after 18 years, he was a powerful man. I know you are not all Christians here. But there's no that has blessed me, like the Bible. If you trust those other books, that's how much I trust the wisdom that comes from the Bible. I close with a short story from the Bible. A woman came to a prophet and says, "Sir, my husband left us with debt. And you know him. His name is Prophet so and so. He's dead. He left us with a lot of debt. And that debt he left us with, our children is the only equal value to that debt. Meaning, our children are likely going to become collateral for that loan. Please help us." Oh, if you know the Elisha in the Bible, you will know that he's a man of great value. And he asked a question. Number one, what do you have? She told him what is available. She first of all said nothing. Why? Because many of you despise what you have and you are in love with what others have. Many of you are blind to what is in your life, but your eyes are open with jealousy to what is available in other people's life. But she remembered quickly that she has some oil. And Elisha told her, you need to create value from this oil. And he said, this is how you create the value. Borrow vessels, turn the oil, package it in values. Then when she came, she said, I've done it. He said, now go and sell. Remember, trade. Number one, wisdom. Number two, value creation. Number three, trading of value. And the Bible says she had enough to pay off her debt and to live on. I wish I can just use that story alone to teach you another day. Elisha did not tell her, Mama Mazuzuzu, go! Your problems are solved. Like they have been telling you, and your poverty has been multiplying. They have laid hands on your head. You are now becoming bald. You are becoming bald. Check here. They have pressed it. Hair doesn't grow. They have laid hands, laid leg. You are not doing anything with your life. You are from one conference to another. Transport you are borrowing to go to conferences. When that woman went to a prophet, he did not say, go. That's even in the Old Testament. In the New Testament, Paul was very harsh. He said, the man know the work, make you know your food. Don't give him food. I know as I'm talking, somebody's already upset. Are you looking down of laying on the hands? No, I'm not looking down on it. Not looking down on it. I lay hands. But don't come here and tell me rubbish when you know that that is not the way for you. When you know that that is a lazy path. You have to make up your mind and you have to wake up. That's what Elisha said. Jesus gave us a parable. He said, a man gave people. When he came back, he said, are you this wicked? Are you this daft? I gave you something to change your life. You went to hide it. You didn't create value with it. You didn't trade it. You have gained nothing. I left you for 5 years. You are the same way I left you. Why some of your life have remained the same is because you have not created value and you are not using what is available to you. That's why your life is the same. No man should be the same after every 12 months. Something should shift from your life. That's the wisdom I got from my spiritual father many, many years ago. Precisely 2005. He said, Elisha, I know things are hard, but never conclude a year without making significant progress. Make sure every year something changes in your life. Make sure every year something improves in your life. Make sure every year you add a skill or an information or something in your life. Elisha, don't waste any year without challenging yourself. And that one counsel set me on a path that changed my life forever. I came to challenge you. I'm going to be doing money talk the whole of July, but I'm not going to approach it like you are used to. No, I came here to challenge you. I am here to remind you that sometimes the popular way is wrong. I'm here to remind you that because a scheme is popular does not make it correct. In summary, money is not created by you, but it can be collected by you. Number two, money is collected only by exchange. Number three, money is collected by the exchange of value, not just the exchange of rubbish, by the exchange of value. And value is benefits or solutions that a person can derive from the consumption of a particular good or service or an encounter with a person. Oga, if people are encountering you and their lives are not changing, you are not valuable. I know you have people following you. It doesn't make you valuable. Until something is happening to their lives, Oga, they are not valuable. What's the difference between you and a beer parlor? People crowd beer parlor. What happens to them? They become intoxicated and be falling into gutters. They fight on the road. Between where they met you and the home they get to, it's a sign they become dangerous to themselves. Are you giving people information that is dangerous to their lives? Their leader, I'm asking you. Go and check your YouTube channel again. Go and check your Facebook platform again. Is the information you are offering, is it capable of transforming life? Or you are deforming young people with dangerous information because your own life is completely broken. Number four, value is created. Value is not a gift. Please write that in capital letter in your jotter. Value is not a gift. Value is not a gift. Value is created. This benefit, these solutions that you are supposed to bring in exchange for money must be created. You can't be gifted it. They can't give it to you. Even when you have a spiritual gift, you have to harness it for it to be valuable. And lastly, the kind of value you bring will determine the volume of money that you have. Hear me now. If you are solving small problems, you will be getting small money. If you are solving big problems, you will be getting big money. If you are solving local problems, you will be getting local currency. If you are solving global problems, you will be getting hard currency. If you are solving national problems, you will be getting national income and rewards. David showed up for the first time and he solved a national problem. Let us look at his reward system. Number one, he became a general. Number two, he became the son-in-law of the king. Number three, he moved to a palace. Daniel solved a king's problem and he became a president. Joseph solved Pharaoh's problem. He became a prime minister. Esther solved a national problem. She was one of the most important queens in the Old Testament. Elisha was busy solving people's problems, raising the dead, solving economic issues, and so on and so forth. Mark Zuckerberg solved the problem. I am able to speak to you like this because of Mark Zuckerberg. He's a billionaire today. Amazon, Jeff Bezos, was a solution. Today, some of you are buying things from the United States of America and it's coming to you in Nigeria. Amazon is solving a problem. Some of you don't do anything. You don't even remember what you are taught in school. You must Google everything. That's the handwork of somebody else. What are you bringing to the table? I don't want you to say I'm talking about big people. I talked about Barbie. I talked about makeup. My coaching started at $30,000. Today is currently at $1,000. Look at the difference in 3 years. It's $30,000 to $1,000. Value. I close. How valuable are you? You can just check your bank balance and you will answer that question. How valuable are you? You can check how much inflow came to you in the whole of January to June. How valuable are you? You can check the demand that people are putting on your skill and on your presence. You know, every one of you who comes here, I love you so much. And there is only one thing I do to people I love. I tell them the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So it's good to be here again. And thank you for being here.